Hi there. Thanks for stopping by and checking out another quick and easy watercolor painting. I'm trying to do a series here of sort of this very quick and loose style. I've got a 3/4 inch flat brush and I just covered the whole page in water. This is 140-pound watercolor paper. I'm not going to put any more water on this. I have a little bit of Payne's gray here. This is straight right out of the tube. It's still wet and very, very concentrated. No water added onto this. So this is dry paint onto a wet page. And I'm thinking about a tree line that's sort of coming down here and then quickly rising back up on the right hand side. And you can see I didn't stroke the brush onto there. I tapped the brush into that, and we're going to make this sort of coming back across here, back up this way too. I think of these as internal landscapes, if you will. Sort of it's the landscape that I have in my head, and I'm going to put that right in. Put this brush right into some water, and we're going to try to get this to bleed. Turn into some trees or whatever it might be it's going to turn into. So this wet page is going to wick the water away, and so I'm gonna leave that for a second. Now I'm gonna switch over to a slightly smaller brush. This is a number 4 round, and I'm gonna pick up some blue, just very, very concentrated on my again, this is just a wet brush I'm just using to pick up a little bit of color. And I'm going to come back across here. I'm going to wet this a little bit more here. And I'm going to pick up this sort of sienna color. And I'm going to drop this in very, very concentrated into that water in a couple of places along there and a couple of places along there. You can see that start to bleed out and turn into some tree line or something already. Again, this is I would say this is sort of very experimental and not necessarily any plan going on here. I have this sienna color right here. I'm just going to pick up fairly concentrated, and I'm going to just put some of that into some of these areas along here. I try to leave this some of this white, not for any reason, but yeah, that's coming along not too bad. So you see we have sort of this tree bloom here, and I'm just going to set that down. I have this brush and I've sharpened one end of it. Now you could do this with a toothpick, barbecue skewer, and you could do it with anything really. I mean, I've used lots of different things. I used to have a couple of metal things that I did this with, and I sort of I resist doing that anymore with metal. I just found that the metal tools were cutting into the page a little bit too much. Okay, and I'm going to sort of just go across some of this. You never know what this is going to turn out like either until it dries. You really don't have, like I said, I'm not trying to have any kind of a plan here. I'm thinking landscape, but at the same time, I don't really have a plan for what this is going to become. If you wanted to steer this around a little bit, like you can see where that's kind of got a lot of pigment there. If you wanted to, lift this up so that you could get this pigment to come down here, you can even take your little brush with the sharpened end on it and you know, steer some of that pigment coming down across there if you so choose. Same with this. You know, if you want it to come down into another area, it's pretty easy to make it go wherever it is that you want to go, or just leave it. Again, this is very sort of experimental. You never know if this kind of painting is going to turn out or not. And that's sort of the fun part of it. So I'm going to leave this up like this. I'm just going to prop this up with maybe like a paint tube or something and let this dry. And you know, if you want to draw some more into it, or like I said, you want to steer this paint around, do it. I like how this is sort of drying like that right now. And I like how this is sort of a dark area beside this light area. I think one of the keys to this kind of painting is leaving some white space. I think the white space is super important. See how that's bleeding up into there and making like those little sort of hedgerow along there? I think that's really cool too. All right, let's let this sit and we'll come back and have a look at it. All right, so that took almost an hour to dry. It was very, very wet, but I'll try to zoom in here. You can see like some of these areas are very cool, and where I've scratched into it, you know, it really looks like, you know, kind of a cool wintry, muddy spring, maybe kind of an effect. I think this one turned out awesome, actually. I think I'm going to sign this one too. I'm having a great day with signing stuff today, I'm telling you. All right. So yeah, if you're currently a subscriber, thanks a lot. If you're not currently a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. I hope all your paintings turn out. Have yourself an awesome day. Hey, if you would leave me a like, leave me a comment, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get my content out to more people, and the only way it really, you know, the way the YouTube algorithm works is if people like your content, if they share your content, if they comment, it gets sent out to more people. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you again next time.